Hello everyone, welcome back. This is module number 4 and we were dealing with the chapter Should Wizard Hit Mommy written by John Updike. We have already discussed the major events of the story in the previous modules. I hope you have understood the chapter. In this module, we'll be discussing the important questions and answers from this chapter which will help you to understand the text better. Let us look at the questions. Number 1. Who is Jo? How does she respond to her father's storytelling? Answer. Jo was a 4-year-old girl who was fond of listening to stories. Every Saturday afternoon, her father Jack used to tell a story to Jo to put her to sleep. Jo was a very keen listener and used to ask many questions. She even predicted the next moment. She used to get so much involved in the story that her facial expression also changed accordingly. So, Jo or Joanne is the 4-year-old daughter of Jack and Claire. Moving on. What changes did Jack find in his daughter as compared to the past when he began narrating her bedtime stories? So, initially he was just 2 years old, but he found that of late there was a change in his daughter as compared to the past. Now, Jo was developing a questioning attitude and her curiosity level was increasing day by day. She wanted logical answers to questions as to how was God around them, could magic spells be real, etc. Moreover, her awareness of the world was growing, and this is the change from a 2-year-old child to a better girl who can understand logically. Let us move on. How was this skunk story different from the other stories narrated by Jack? So, as we all know, Jack used to narrate stories every day. So, all the previous stories narrated by Jack had a happy ending where the protagonist was happy and satisfied at the end of the story. But this story ended on a very different note. Here, Roger Skunk was given his original bad smell because his mother didn't want him to have any other smell. The wizard who gave the smell of roses to Skunk was hit by Mommy on his head. So, unlike the other stories, this one had a very unhappy ending because Joanne was very sad to see the young skunk becoming bad smelling again. Let us look at the next question. What makes Jack feel caught in the ugly middle position? So Jack feels caught in the ugly middle position because his little daughter was in a defiant mood and wanted the wizard to hit Mommy. But Jack didn't want to lose his authority, so he threatened her and ordered her to sleep. He was feeling helpless in handling his little daughter, who had suddenly started asserting her opinion. Moreover, he knew that his wife was waiting for him to help her, so he feels trapped and uneasy. So until then, Joanne haven't questioned anything regarding the stories, but now she is trying to be authoritative and she wanted a different ending from that of her father's. And this is why Jack is feeling unhappy. Let us look at the next question. Why does Jack insist that the mother would not be hit? And this is one of the most important questions. Look at the answer. For Jack, hitting the mother was a challenge to the parental authority. While defending Roger's mother, Jack is unconsciously defending his own mother who could never be wrong. He wanted his daughter to understand the fact that mothers can never be wrong. So, in other words, parental authority is for the benefit of a child. So, this is what this chapter is about. The parents think that whatever they say is for the benefit of their child. Next question. How does Jo want the story to end and why? Jo wants a happy ending to the story. She wants that Roger Skunk will get the smell of roses and Mommy should be punished. She wants that the wizard should hit Mommy because it is cruel on the part of Mommy to make Roger Skunk again smell like a skunk. As a small child, acceptability and peer appreciation is of prime importance. So, according to Joe, the most important thing is to have good friends. The friends must accept them, and pure appreciation is the most important thing to her. But it is quite different according to her parent. So, Joe wants the story to end happily, and it is from the child's point of view. Look at the last question. What is the moral issue that the story raises? Answer. The story deals with the moral issue of the extent of parental control over the child. So, how much freedom is to be given to the children? And this is actually a question that still prevails. Certain parents are being too strict with their child, and the story raises an issue whether children should be allowed to remain in an ideal world of their own, or should they be forced to accept the harsh realities of the adult world. So you can think about it. And now we have come to the end of the questions. We'll discuss further in the interactive sessions. Thank you all.